Yo, 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 what's up, beautiful souls? Listen, um, so I know that basically, I know now that I have these abilities because I was marked at birth. Okay, as you know, I got received. Um, as I come to this place to realize I'm a truth teller and that I can't help but tell the truth. That's what God put in my heart in order for me to be marked as an earth angel and to be gifted with abilities. So, as much as I get on here and I tell truths and I prophesy, it was all by design. Unfortunately, the plague of narcissism, dysfunction, and mental illness is out of control. And I'm saying that because I was triggered today, this morning. Um, so, and you know, I like to keep it transparent for you all. I grew up with my father, was never allowed to see my mother. None of his wives. He left my mom. He left my mom with nothing. And I always grew up with this maternal love for my mom. You know, we like twins. I mean, how we act and everything. So I've always protected her spiritually and vice versa. It's like we're like the same person, right? Um, but I was never allowed to see her. I was never allowed to move back to be with her. Um, so on this spiritual journey, I'm learning who is fake, who is demonic, who is evil, so on and so forth. So in the recent years, a lot of stuff has come to the forefront, of which is very embarrassing, to say the least. Okay, a lot of things that I have seen and been privy to are outside of my realm, outside of my frequency, and that's dysfunction, hatred, jealousy, envy, very low vibrational energy. With that being said, I fell victim to some low vibrational energies in my life going through obstacles, and that's i.e. addiction, self-hate. Um, so me and my mom, I don't talk much to none of my family because on my spiritual journey, it's pertinent that I separate myself, right, from all outside noise of the world in order to focus on God. I'm so blessed, so happy, so free. Um, we're always healing, right? So, as you know, I've had these dreams of who's been going to practitioners trying to put black magic on me, and I'm gonna tell y'all, it's two siblings that were had that are not doing so well, and so they see a sibling doing well with these abilities, and they think that whatever. A lot of people see that what I do, and they assume that somebody done put some black magic on them, and that's not the case. I am a godly man. I would never hurt nobody. I am sent by God. Okay, I'm an earth angel. So anybody who's mistreated an earth angel or someone of a righteous heart that's marked at birth, a 144,000 indigo child that is sent here to bring truth and peace and balance, you're automatically going to receive karma. There's nothing I did, because I'm not cut like that, right? So these people's lives are go to hell, and they go see these practitioners or go try to get these books to do black magic, not understanding that that stuff can't hurt me. Okay. Um, so I had a dream that this woman um, was went to a practitioner. Spirit told me who it is. Out of this envy and jealousy of who they tried to stop me from becoming or whatnot or what have you. But there was really nothing that they could do, right? You can't stop God's plan for somebody, no matter how many blockages you put before um, an earth angel. The it will always return back times 10, right? Um, so I just literally separate myself from anything dysfunctional, anything that is low vibrational. Um, so my mom called me today because I changed my number. People's been calling me from scam numbers, blocked, all types of weird stuff, and so I had to change my number. Um, Trolling, people trolling social media. It's a lot of that going on when you are gifted and all this type of stuff by the divine, and you have divine authority. The beast will act through people. So let me tell y'all. So literally, my mom calls me this morning and tells me that my dad came to take her to dinner, and my stepmom wanted to sit down with her and have dinner with her. The same stepmom I had a dream with. The same woman who tortured this woman's kids. The same man whose family got my mom on drugs. The same man whose family belittled my mother her entire life and made her feel less than. The same man who did not accept responsibility for killing his son multiple times and turning his back on his children for women that were toxic. My mom tells me, and mind you, I'm close to my mom. I talk to her all the time. But we have the same heartbeat, you understand? She tells me that they tried to take her to dinner. And of course my mom declined because my mom's a writer. I don't care what, we don't talk all the time, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But I do protect her from a distance, okay? So now, after all this stuff that went over, they tried to blame me for my brother losing his life when he came to Phoenix, which I had no idea about, okay? And I'm not about to put myself in harm's way for somebody that want to go sell drugs and think they hard and pull, all that type of stuff. I'm not that kind of person. And at the same time, somebody that doesn't, I had no idea none of that stuff until the instant it happened, right? So instead of taking responsibility because he is a military dependent, they tried to force the narrative that I did something like that to him. So now, just on a week ago, probably 2 weeks ago, the woman want to go out to eat with my mother. Been married to my father for 20-something years. Ain't never even wanted me to talk to her. Never wanted me to deal with her. You understand what I'm saying? But now I'm going to sit down and talk to my mom. As my brother comes and subliminally disrespects my mother, and then has the audacity to be in my DMs and in my inbox just a week ago saying, "Hi, how are you doing? Hey, I've been thinking about you, been on my heart." Listen, them games that y'all be playing, them mental, just because you went to school to be a whatever you think you're doing, you're playing with a child of God, a true offspring of the utmost highlights. So I'm saying this story because as a powerful and chosen by the utmost highlight God as I am, and peaceful, and I get on here talking about triggers, I was triggered today. And as I conquer family curses, I don't want to go towards no addictions. I don't want to go towards no acting out, or so I want to just do a video because other people might be triggered like that. Okay? If you out here, you're a truth teller, and you stand for being righteous, and you stand for being just, you continue to do so, no matter what. God will show you who these people are that's trying to hurt you. Okay? And one thing for sure, God is not going to let nobody get away with just hurting a chosen seed. Apologies will be due. All that little black magic shit and whatever books y'all done got on how to do voodoo dolls, whatever, that shit is not going to work. And whatever practitioner you guys went to try to hurt an earth angel, they will be sadly disappointed, and that shit will turn back on you. They will get mad at you. Okay, I am an earth angel. I'm gonna re-emphasize that. Okay. So the only reason this triggered me is because my mom has her own problems with her own family, and that's the reason I don't talk to her, because she has her own family that she's a grandmother, and she has kids that she watch after, and she didn't raise me. So I try to be respectful of her family that she has, right? Because we are so close, and I want her to focus on being that grandmother and a mother to her family, because God takes very good care of me. That's how selfless I am, okay? For this narcissistic, literally got my brainwashed, it's just baffling to me. But try to get my mom in your games. That's not going to help anything. Okay? My mom is protected. You understand what I'm saying? And listen. You can only go so long without receiving karma from the utmost highlight. Okay? Unfortunately, I didn't know who I was going to be. Unfortunately, people got to pay. And now is the time to pay up. And there's no way to get rid of that karma without looking me in my face with an appropriate apology and accountability. I'm going to pray for all involved in this dirty, dysfunctional scheme of what the fuck? I don't even know, okay? Listen, I have no idea Um, but what I do know, is that no matter what, I am protected. As y'all seen this man get on Facebook, tell everybody I was the reason he got stabbed and shanked or whatever. I'm not even cut like that. But they got him to say that because they could have gotten in trouble. Because he's a dependent. He was a dependent of theirs. And not to just get into this, right? But I'm telling y'all this because they told the detectives that it was me. So people was following me. Listen. Then it came from me. Okay? Because of their image. People, all because of their image and what they don't want people to perceive them to be. Fortunately, I'm the best thing that came out. Unfortunately, it's going to take some gall to take responsibility for the damage that has been done. Right? And then the two sisters that's get on drugs, doing magic too. Just leave that stuff alone. What I do is not magic. What I do is God-given. Okay? It's unfortunate. These poor kids that didn't have parents, that are my siblings, that grew up in the system. Two little sisters are now on crack, trying to do black magic because they don't like their life. And they wish they had their other siblings' wives. Again, y'all, I'm an earth angel. You're only killing yourself, literally killing yourself. If any of y'all knew who I was, you would think 1,000 times before you would even direct a bad thought at me. I am the light. And again, I'm just telling y'all this because I was triggered. And I've healed so much. I'm so proud of myself. That can't nobody take me to where I used to be ever, okay? I've healed. I've become a better servant of the Most High like God in so many ways. Unfortunately, I am one in a million. And I had to learn to not have survivor's guilt because I was the one saved, right? In such a magnificent way. But the fact that y'all would go try to have dinner with the woman that y'all talked about my entire life, kept her kids away from her, brought her baby back in a wheelchair. The gall. I send love and light to y'all. I had to talk about this trigger because there's people probably going through similar stories, and I want y'all to know Jesus is the reason. Use righteous judgment. Love despite. Forgive them for they know not what they do, but keep it moving. People will hurt you. That narcissism and gaslighting is real. People really out here seeking practitioners to do black magic. I'm a light worker. I'm a shaman. I can't be touched. So the things that are happening to people are strictly karma related because I am a chosen. You might not want me to be a chosen one, but that's not your call. And that goes for all the other chosen ones that's going through similar stories. Love, love, love despite your trials and tribulations. And when you're triggered, journal it, talk about it, get it out. Do not go to whatever was self-sufficient in the past and throw you off your path. Okay? And it was just in my inbox trying to say hi to me. And I've been on your mind. And now I'm your brother. You know, it never ceases to amaze me. But I'm fine. I'm fine. And I don't do fake love. I don't do sometime love. I'm not here for that. But true righteous souls that are truly willing to take responsibility and love, I'm here for that. But complete trigger warning, okay? But God told me I was going to be triggered. Either it was going to come today or tomorrow. But thank God God warned me, because in the past, listen, and those who don't know who I am now, the day that you die, you're going to be dumb. You're going to feel dumb as fuck when you realize who you mistreated and you bullied and talked about. Leave my mother out your games. I don't need to see you. I serve the Creator. Okay? Enough said. And so it is. Y'all trying to get to me, you can shoot me an email. Baby, you can't taint my name. You know why? You can look up my email, you can look up my website, you can look up my social media, you can see who I am. I don't live in a closet. I don't live with a mask on. Master Shaman, Jamil Sterling, is exactly who he is, inside and out. I don't have masks, baby. Complete trigger warning. Protect y'all energy, okay? You don't have to know them to love them. You don't have to know them to wish them well. You don't have to identify with them to love them. You don't have to identify with them to wish them well. The world is going through a mass spiritual awakening. And a lot of people have been put in situations and families like this type of dynamic. Protect your energy no matter what. Do not, out of lack and feeling alone, be susceptible to mental abuse, spiritual abuse. It's not worth it. Complete trigger warning. Namaste.